back to the channel. As you saw the title, it's show prep. We're gonna go ahead and get the truck ready for Eastbound Getdown in Ormond Beach. We need to polish that hood, the roof, and the bed rails. Give this thing a good wash first. Also want to finish up my gauge pod. I've been real busy handling other customers' builds, working on whatever everyone else needs. So like I said, we're gonna go ahead and finish up the gauge pod. We already have some of it started. This is just sitting here. I cut it out on the table a while ago. I'm gonna bevel the edges of everything, and then it'll get bolted with some, I'd like to use black stainless. I'm gonna have a couple bolts that'll bolt it right into place there. I don't know if I even posted about it. I put a center console in the truck. Yes, we need to wipe everything down, vacuum, clean everything up. But I put a center console in here, and I need to fill the last piece, take all the gauges out of that bracket that I had under the dash, and then put them in the new bracket. And then I'm having a issue where randomly all the electrical will restart, and I believe I have narrowed it down to, this is the factory wiring that goes from the battery to the starter and to that red box, which goes to the alternator. This is a used one off of the actual used motor that I put in this truck a few years ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap it out. I have it in that wire under here, but routed differently. So we're gonna swap that out, and I'll show you more once we pop the hood. So for now, my red box that's right there is actually mounted at the bottom of the frame, right above it, about 1 inch. So like I said, we're gonna go ahead and jack the truck up, get it in the air, and then we'll start working on this wire. Then we'll work on the gauges. Then we can go ahead and wash and polish it up. Came to the conclusion the battery terminals were loose. I need to go ahead and secure them. This one I'll just zip tie right here. I'll zip tie it to the strap lightly, just keep it from bouncing. Maybe the wire moving up and down cause that to come loose. But I'm also going to go ahead and turn on probably the headlights, and then I'll jiggle the wire that I believed was giving me issue and see if anything cuts out. And we'll go from there. It didn't do it all the time. It was only a here and there thing. Next, we'll go ahead and put the truck on the ground. I'll pull it out and we'll wash it. It needs it pretty bad. I'll go ahead and Before we do that, I'll go ahead and vacuum the inside out, but I'm gonna wash it that way my painter can come over and polish the hood, the roof, and the bed rails. We'll get this thing looking good. It already looks good, but we'll polish this turd a little better. See, that hood needs polished. It's faded pretty good. Roof looks good as it's still wet. And then the top of the doors, top of the bed rails. We'll move on to the next step. Looks good for a daily. Use and abuse it. got the pocket off. Now I just need to clean it up. Then we can take this plate, put some tape on there to protect the plastic a little bit. But this plate, I'm gonna clean it up and we'll paint it. But this will sit flush in here. And I haven't decided which bolts I'm gonna use, but I'm gonna have 4 bolts, 4 holes we'll drill to go through there to hold this on there. Had to do a quick little test fit, as you guys can see. Want to make sure everything works. There's room. These gauges aren't going to be centered yet or straight. I'll do that when I put the back piece on that holds them. But like I said, I just want to make sure it works. We're going to go ahead and make some mark for 4 bolts in here. 4 little small tiny baby bolts that'll hold this together. It'll be nice and flush. I don't know if y'all can see that. This thing will come out real nice. Back has plenty of clearance. It'll still click into place. We'll go ahead and pull this off, pull this all apart. We'll prime it and throw a coat of paint on it, or I'll just throw a coat of my chassis paint. I want it to be flat, kind of to match this, so we're not going to use semi-gloss on it. So we'll more than likely use, I think I have some flat paint and primer that I'll just go ahead and spray a couple coats on. But first we'll drill the holes, we'll get everything mocked up, and then we'll take it apart and paint it and assemble it. Get this done so we can get the buffering done. We'll introduce the guy I got buffering the truck, and if you're local and you need any type of work done, you can see his work done on my truck and you can hit him up. I'm liking how this is coming out. I almost want to epoxy that thing on. That thing sits perfectly flush. There's just a very, very micro lip right in there. So I'll hit it with a grinder and you'll never know. I need to go ahead and go get some screws that'll fit this. So I'll take this plate with me, go get 2 screws, and then I can paint it up. Then we'll get it put in the truck. Well, we'll let it dry probably, and then we'll move on to getting that paint corrected. And it's only a temporary Band-Aid, I guess you'd say, because we need to paint this truck eventually. What kind of paint job should I do? Should I keep it blue and do some graphics? What would you guys do? There it is. Not too bad. Still flush. Yeah, that'll work. So next we'll go ahead and go set it in place. Hook up the airline and this will be good to go. I had this out of there. It wasn't in there. And I just had them sitting in the console in this, and it lit the inside of the cab up like there was somebody on my butt with their high beams on. So this should be a lot better. I had to trim up the back a little bit to accept the collars that hold it down, I guess you'd say. So it's ready to go now. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. That way you get notified with any of the content I put out. There it is. All in. Looks good. I may take the bolts out and epoxy it, or two-part epoxy, whatever you want to call it in, but that works for me for now. All right. Next, we're going to get on polishing this truck. Hey, you can see George back there. George is the guy that's doing it. If you would like his services, you can get with me to get his information, but we'll go ahead and get started on making that hood look a lot better. He already rubbed some compound on it to see, and you can see the difference already night and day, and that was just wiping on with a rag. He's going to cut all that oxidation down and then polish it up. And if you want to see how good of a job he did, come out to Eastbound Getdown, and you can check it out for yourself. out awesome. I'll still need to wash it and polish up the chrome on the bumper, but he did a great job. All right, next I gotta take off some stickers. Logo on the back window's coming off. I got a new one for it. The same with the front. I got another color we're gonna put across that windshield since that one's faded. Like I said, he did a really good job. Looks good in these lights. He hit the top of the side panels, anywhere basically the sun hits. Looks good. All right, that's gonna be it tonight. We'll get back at it tomorrow. All I gotta do is, like I said, do the windows, polish the chrome, but it's pretty much ready. One more sticker to go, then I can wipe everything down. I'll give it a good wash, and then I'll, like I said, touch up the black accessories. So now we'll go ahead and take that logo off, and we'll show you who's coming back. He's back. The new logo has Peter Griffin on it. At home where he belongs. All right. Well, like I said, only thing left is to put the trim gel on this, all four corners. And then I'll put it on this. And then the black stuff down here, the plastic for the bumper. We'll do the door handles and the mirror, the side mirrors. And then it'll be ready for the final wash. I may try to wipe this down, get this nice and dark, pop the hood. We'll do some of that real quick, and then it'll be ready. That'll be it. We can pull it out, and I'll see you at the show. shined up and ready to go. Polished the chrome. Hey, how you doing? The bumper, the chrome in the front. Trim treated. All the trim around the windows. Everything looks good. Even the rear. This is where most of the plastic is, but they really darkened that trim up really good. And Peter Griffin is back. All right, that's gonna be it for this video. The next video is gonna be at Eastbound. We're gonna check out all the cool rides that are gonna be there. If you'll be there, come see us. We'll be set up. We'll have the tent set up with the vehicles next to it, the chop and everything. This thing's looking real good. Ooh, I don't like that. That takes your quality away. That's much better. Nice shine. I need to get a dash in that thing. This year, I'm gonna go ahead and look for a dash and redo the interior. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching.